Meet Foster, or at least the version of him that Horzine thought they could control. He's a clone of the legendary 21st century mercenary, Mr. Foster, but he didn't exactly inherit a soldier's blind obedience. Born in the UK in 2049, he quickly became a headache for his creators. His sardonic wit and refusal to follow orders were so bad that Horzine marked him as a defective subject and ordered his elimination. They missed. Foster didn't just survive, he escaped. He spent years in the shadows, lending his skills to various private security outfits and refining the lethal instincts of his predecessor. Now, he's found a new home with Nightfall. He's got the blood of a mercenary, the mouth of a rebel, and a very personal reason to keep fighting. He might be a clone, but he's one of a kind. Just don't expect him to follow the manual.
Devlin, a woman who knows exactly how to light up a room. Before she was a mercenary, she was a pyrotechnics expert in Hollywood, making movie magic out of low-budget explosions. But after years of struggling to make ends meet, she traded the unstable world of film for a steadier paycheck designing incendiary devices for the military giant Kutshaw Kane. Born in the States in 2068, Devlin realized she was more than just a cog in the military machine. She wanted her work to mean something, and that's what eventually led her to Nightfall. She brings a unique blend of cinematic flair and military-grade precision to the battlefield. Whether it's clearing a room or setting a trap, Devlin ensures the results are as effective as they are spectacular. She's not just here to fight, she's here to put on a show that the Zeds won't survive. If you see the sparks flying, you know she's just getting started. This is Imran, the man who knows exactly what makes the Zeds tick, and more importantly, how to stop them. He spent over 20 years as a senior anti-Zed engineer for the Pakistani firm GDI, becoming one of the foremost experts in specialized defensive technology. When Horzine moved in for a hostile takeover of his company, Imran didn't just quit. He took his talents to Nightfall to make sure his tech stayed out of the wrong hands. Born in Pakistan in 24/7, Imran might be a veteran, but don't let the years fool you. He's never lost that kid in a candy store enthusiasm for gadgets and new tech. To him, the battlefield is just one big mechanical puzzle waiting to be solved. He's a professional tinkerer with a very specific set of skills geared toward one goal: dismantling Horzine's nightmares piece by piece. If it's got a circuit board, a gear, or a weakness, Imran will find it. He's the brain behind the brawn, and in a fight like this, that enthusiasm for how things work is exactly what keeps us one step ahead. Luna, a hunter who knows that the most dangerous game doesn't fly. Born in Argentina in 2056, she started her career guiding high-end hunting trips in Cordoba. But when the second outbreak hit South America, the luxury ranch life ended, and Luna found a new calling. She became a guardian for her city, spending 3 years in the foothills of the Sierras Chicas hunting a very different kind of prey. She doesn't just shoot, she tracks, she waits, and she never misses. That kind of cold, calculated precision is exactly why Nightfall came knocking. They didn't just want a girl with a gun, they wanted a predator who knows how to survive in the wild. Luna brings a level of strategic sharpshooting to the squad that keeps the Zeds at bay before they even know we're there. She's spent years patrolling the mountains alone. Now she's the eyes and ears of Nightfall. If she's got you in her sights, you're already dead. Just stay out of her line of fire and let her do what she does best. Nakata, the man who proved that retirement is a lot more dangerous than work. Born in Japan in 2039, he spent a lifetime as an elite international assassin before trying to settle into a quiet life in Macau. But after a while, he realized that gambling on cards wasn't nearly as thrilling as gambling with his life. The sedentary life of an amateur baccarat player just didn't sit right with him. Longing for the adrenaline and the edge of a blade, he came out of retirement to join Nightfall. He's the oldest original recruit we've got, and that seniority comes with a cold, calculated efficiency that only decades in the shadows can provide. Nakata isn't here because he has to be. He's here because he belongs in the fight. He brings the patience of a seasoned killer and the precision of a master to the front lines. When the Zeds start closing in, he's the one who stays calm, finding the perfect moment to strike. He He's seen it all, survived it all, and now he's making sure the rest of the team does the same. Just stay out of his shadow. He's most dangerous when you don't see him coming. Obi, the man proving that some of the most dangerous weapons aren't found in an armory, but in a lab. Born in Nigeria in 2052, he was once a rising star in experimental biomedical research at Horzine. But when his work didn't meet their narrow definition of profitability, they tossed him aside. That was their first mistake. Obi found a much better fit with Nightfall, where the red tape is thin and the budget is deep. He's not just here for the science, he's here for the payback. He uses every cent of our research funding to pick apart Horzine's work, turning his private delight into their worst nightmare. He's the team's secret edge, the guy who knows exactly how those Zeds were put together, and more importantly, how to take them apart. While the rest of us provide the firepower, Obi provides the insight. He's brilliant, focused, and more than a little motivated to see his former bosses fail. When things get messy, you'll be glad he's the one holding the data.
DJ Scully, a man who's been fighting this war since the very beginning, even if he took a long, cold nap in the middle of it. Back in the early 21st century, he was a mercenary on Horzine's payroll, but he made the mistake of speaking his mind. Horzine doesn't handle criticism well. They grabbed him, threw him in a deep-freeze cryo prison in Central America, and tried to reprogram him. Rescued by Nightfall after decades on ice, Scully woke up to a world where the monster he used to work for has only grown more terrifying. Born in the Netherlands in 1995, he's technically one of the oldest souls on the battlefield, even if he doesn't look it. He brings a veteran's grit and a personal score to settle. He isn't just fighting for survival, he's fighting a corporation that stole decades of his life. Scully is proof that no matter how much Horzine tries to rewrite you, some things, like a grudge and a good beat, never die. He's back, he's loud, and he's ready to make Horzine pay for the lost time. Masterson, a man who spent his life guarding Horzine's secrets, only to have the company throw him under the bus. As the grandson of Bill Masterson Sr., he's got soldiering in his blood, which served him well until he reached the rank of Chief of Security. But when things went south at Clainfield, Horzine needed a fall guy. They fired him in front of the whole world, turning a loyal officer into a drifting mercenary. Born in the UK in 2028, Masterson, the veteran who's seen the worst the corporation has to offer. He didn't join Nightfall out of the goodness of his heart. He joined because he's got nowhere else to go and a massive chip on his shoulder. On the field, he's a professional through and through, even if he's a bit confused about the chain of command. He's convinced he's the one running this show. The rest of the team lets him believe it because, frankly, when the Zeds start charging, you want a guy with his experience thinking he's the boss. He brings the discipline of a security chief and the desperation of a man with nothing left to lose. Keep him pointed at the enemy and let him give the orders. Just don't expect anyone to actually follow them.